Hello everyone, my name is Zoe Hill, and the topic I'm going to be presenting today is the integration of technology into classrooms and the benefits that stem from that process. It is no secret that the amount of technology used has skyrocketed over the past several years. With smartphones, smart TVs, smartwatches, and smart tablets on the rise, it is almost too easy for younger generations to have internet access in the palm of their hand at all times. Many young children have had, and will continue to have, more electronics than the previous generation. However, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. Think of the opportunities these children will one day have in their future careers and in their future lives. How many times have you helped or seen someone help someone of an older generation with their electronic device? I know I've helped my grandparents with their phones on multiple occasions. This is because rising generations are actually smarter than the generation before them. In a study conducted by UC Berkeley, the IQ score of students is continuously growing. UC Berkeley's study was conducted in order to test the accuracy of what is commonly known as the Flynn effect. The results are graphed in the figures on the screen. The Flynn effect was discovered by James R. Flynn, a New Zealand intelligence researcher and an emeritus professor of political studies at the University of Otago in Dunedin, New Zealand. This effect says that each generation is continuously growing more intelligent than the generation before it. This is because children unknowingly train their brains to better develop cognitively while using electronics like computers, tablets, and handheld devices. Enabling the use of technology in classrooms also allows students to become more confident in their abilities regarding the use of technology. According to the U.S. Department of Education, quote, "Students, even at elementary school levels, are able to acquire an impressive level of skill with a broad range of computer software," end quote. The U.S. Department of Education goes on to say, quote, "Although the specific software tools in use will likely change before these students enter the world of work, the students acquire a basic understanding of how various classes of computer tools behave and a confidence about being able to learn to use new tools that will support their learning of new software applications," end quote. As we incorporate technology into classrooms, we can give children the opportunity to practice these skills and become confident in expanding their knowledge of technology, and in turn, this will help them along the way as they begin to enter higher education and future careers. Another benefit of incorporating technology into schools is that it encourages students to be more engaged in learning. In my elementary school, if weather was bad or if we couldn't go outside to play at recess, our teacher would take us to the computer lab and we would be allowed to play online games there. While it was fun, it wasn't just a way to spend recess time. Students who get into playing these kind of games are learning without even realizing it. As we incorporate technology into classrooms, students are given the opportunity to actively participate in their own learning process. They can play games, look at images, listen to audio recordings, and do so many other things that textbooks or lectures simply do not offer. Learning by doing has more conditions for success than teaching by telling. Technology in classrooms can also majorly benefit the minority, students with disabilities. It is common knowledge that every student learns differently. However, students with learning disabilities, or even physical disabilities, are further out on the spectrum of tactics that they are able to retain knowledge from. If technology is incorporated in classrooms, teachers can better help these students grasp the content, and understand the material. Children with learning disabilities are drawn to technology because it helps them to stay focused. Technology allows them to learn in a more one-on-one manner, rather than in a classroom setting, where they can become easily distracted by other students or even just their surroundings. In addition, an additional bonus is that technology can be adapted to fit that student's needs. Programs can be changed, display settings can be altered, volumes can be tuned, and speeds can be reduced or increased. Again, these are things that lectures and textbooks simply do not offer. For children with physical disabilities, technology can give access to learning opportunities previously closed to them. E-readers help students turn pages without applying dexterity. Voice-adaptive software can help students answer questions without needing to write. Computers are engaging and more advanced than the typical modified lesson allows. These tools come in handy especially in elementary school where kids are clumsy and are more prone to break bone, let's say. Having access to technology in the classroom can help students with a wide variety of problems, from students who have broken bones to students with paralysis issues. Giving all types of students the ability and opportunity to learn is something that all schools should strive for, and technology in the classroom can help with some of those issues. A common argument against incorporating technology into classrooms is that the classroom will begin to lose traditional teaching styles such as lecturing, reading textbooks, or even participating in exams or quizzes, all of which can benefit students in many ways. One of the biggest benefits of traditional teaching is that you can cover more ground in the lesson. The lecture method allows teachers to decide what material to teach and ensure that it is explained to the students in a way he or she desires within the allotted time. Another argument for traditional teaching is that lectures allow the quality of the material to be absorbed better. With lectures, the teacher is already familiar with the material, so he or she could easily apply personal application or stories to the content that is being given. While the arguments for traditional teaching are strong and have some good points, one critical point is missing from these arguments. Traditional teaching method only works if the students are engaged, and student engagement depends heavily upon the teacher. In recent years, a consensus has emerged among researchers that teacher quality matters enormously for student performance. Students taught by more effective teachers learn substantially more over the course of the year than students taught by less effective teachers. But what does it mean to be an effective teacher? An effective teacher must understand a few different things about their students. First, their background. A teacher must understand where each of his or her students is coming from in order to effectively teach. A student's home life or past can greatly affect how they learn and how they behave. Second, a teacher needs to understand how each student learns. There are multiple different methods of learning. Students can prefer one way and just completely not grasp another. It is important for a teacher to understand how the majority learns and then understand how he or she can help the minority in his or her classroom. If a teacher knows that his or her classroom could benefit from technology, then they should be given every opportunity to incorporate that into their teaching. So throughout this presentation, I hope I was able to get a few points across. First, that children are already very good with technology, and those skills will only increase as generations continue to grow. Second, that technology can help create confidence in young students. As we introduce and help them understand technology at a young age, they can better become prepared for their futures in higher education and possible careers. Third, technology is a great way to benefit the minority, students with learning disabilities, both mental and physical. Technology in the classroom can benefit them in many ways traditional teaching methods cannot. While traditional teaching styles have their benefits, overall I think it makes the most sense to allow this powerful abundance of technology to push us toward new ways of teaching. And last but not least, traditional teaching method is no use if the teacher is no good. Technology can help make our teachers better, so we should be taking every opportunity to be able to work on that. Thank you guys so much for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll do my very best to get those answered for you.